Great.
Yes. Okay. So welcome to our director call today. And I'm so excited we have the amazing Rocky Preston as a guest speaker. And so she's really focused on bookings and stuff like that. I might even like repost it in our org page and stuff for some bookings training, but let me tell you a little bit more about Rocky. So Rocky holds the title of Senior Executive Director, and that's basically the second highest level in the whole company. So that's really exciting for her and her team. She started in 1998 and has over 1 million in career sales. So it's actually 1.1 million. She has 299 career recruits. Rocky, I bet it's 300 by now, right? Because this was about a month ago that you sent me that.
Yes. So
that 299, I mean, I couldn't even stand it. Okay, so over 300 career recruits now. Last year, she earned 4 categories in the Excellence Awards. That's all 4 categories. It's 4 out of 4, guys. And she's a top 10 Prague executive trip achiever. So the Prague trip was for all execs last year, and she's one of the top 10 achievers out of the people that earned the trip. Organization has 909 consultants and 50 director and above teams. So super amazing org. Her husband is retired, and she recently became an empty nester. She has 3 adult children, and she lives on a 10-acre ranch in Arizona. Horses have always been a huge part of her life, and one of the reasons she does Pampered Chef. The thing she's most proud of in her business is that her children have grown up watching her work and have a superb work ethic. She's also proud of helping others take advantage of our career plan through the executive levels. So that is so exciting, and I'm so excited to hear from her. And we could have touched on any subject, but Rocky's, one of her passions is booking systems. And she said her booking systems are awesome. And I'm like, yeah, we need that so we can at the very least pass it along to our teams. So I'm so excited to get to hear from her today, and I'll turn the time over to her.
All right. Well, thanks, Kelly. And when you have bookings, things are smooth sailing. You're not in that just, I need to get bookings, or today's the day I'm going to sit down and, get my calendar where I want it to be. And if you're in that cycle, then your business probably is stressful most of the time. But when you have bookings on your calendar, then you can work on so many other things, right? Because they're all just wash, rinse, repeat. So I'm going to go, can I share my screen?
Yeah, let me just fix it.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about bookings outside of the party, which this is like the chicken and the egg, right? If you don't have any parties, then where are you going to get bookings? And then you need parties to get more bookings. So we're going to talk about booking outside the party, and then how to take advantage. Once that's set, then we want everything at the party, right? We want to do every single thing with our business at the party. So let's take a look here. And I just have a little quote, not a quote, but some statistics for you. If you've ever seen this, it's kind of blurry. I tried to blow it up. But, and this talks about sales, but we're just going to use it as bookings. So 2% of bookings are going to be made on the first contact. So however many you set aside to contact, only 2% of those are going to book a party with you right away. 3% of those bookings are going to be made on the second contact, 5% on the third contact, 10% on the fourth contact, and 80% of your bookings are going to come from the 5th to the 12th. And I won't call them contact, I'll call them follow-ups. But get this, 48% of people never follow up. So once you get a no, well, the next day you probably just make a whole brand new list. 25% of the people make 2 contacts, like they didn't hear from them, so then they might check with them, hey, did you get my message? And then only 12% make more than 3 contacts. So if you're always thinking, wow, how come they have so many bookings and I don't? And it's probably because of their follow-up system. And I love this little recycle symbol right over there because you really want to recycle your contacts. Don't just disregard the people that did not respond to you. So I am going to talk you through a follow-up system that is just wash, rinse, repeat. And there's a whole bunch of booking tricks and tips and fun things, and I'll call them kind of gadgety ways to book. But if you just plug this in and just be systematic about it, it just becomes like a morning routine for you, like wash your hair, brush your teeth, get dressed, on your way. So we use a follow-up, and I'll tell you, you reach out to people, and most of the time, let's say you reach out to 10 people, probably 7 to 8 of them are not going to respond, right? And I'll tell you why. There's 3 things that could be going on with someone, why they don't respond to you. Number 1, they got busy. Let's say that they are driving their car, they come to a stoplight, your message comes through, they pick up their phone, they look at it, the light turns green, they put their phone down, on their way. Grocery store, come home, take the groceries off, kids, dogs, all of that. And they just forget. Maybe they hand their phone to their, toddler to play with. The message comes through, they open it up, and then it just gets, down in their messages, not a new notification, and they don't see it. So they forget. Number 2, your message comes through, they see it, and they're thinking about it. They're not ready to say yes, but they're not ready to say no. Number 3, they see your message, they don't want to do the party, and they're just too chicken to tell you. So that's could be going on when they don't respond. So what we want to do is we want to follow up right away, because if it's the first 2 things, we need to strike while the iron's hot. And a lot of times we think, well, I'll just check with them in a few days or next week or something, but we want to follow up the very next day. With people that don't respond to you, the very next day, you want to reach out to them again. And then after that, you'll get a few more answers, and still some won't respond. And this is the point where you are going to start stretching it out. So we do a contact the very next day, then we wait 2 days and then follow up. And then we wait 3 days and follow up. And then we wait 4 days and follow up. So let me share how that looks like in calendar form. Oh, let's see. I think it's this one. Okay, yeah, it is. Okay, so this is an old calendar, but if you do this for 5 days, just to get your feet wet, just to get you in a routine, this is how it would look in calendar form. So let's say you're going to do 10 contacts every day for 5 days. Pinky promise, Kelly, yes, I'm going to try it. I can commit to 10 contacts, 5 days, and follow this follow-up system. So the lavender is one group of 10 people. Okay, so let's say on Saturday, you're going to contact 10 people. The people that don't respond, the very next day, you are going to follow up. Then you're going to wait 2 days, 1, 2, and there will be some more people there. And I've kind of put in the number. So here's 10 contacts. The next day, there's probably going to be 7. Whoopsie daisy. I didn't want to do that. There we go. The next day, there's probably going to be 7 on your list, right? That didn't follow up. So now you have 7 people to follow up with on Sunday. Then by Tuesday, that list is whittled down to 4 people you need to follow up from that specific group of people. Then you wait that's a 3 days, 1, 2, 3. Now it's down to 2 people. And they're either going to say yes or no. And I get almost as much satisfaction as crossing them off my list as putting them in my calendar. There's something gratifying about, okay, they said no, I'm moving on. And then after that, you're going to wait 4 days, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's probably going to be 1 or 2 on there. So now let's add in your next set of contacts. So on Sunday, you have 10. You have the 7 you need to follow up with that group, but then you're going to add 10 new contacts. So now you have about 17 people you are working with to book shows on this day. And you can see how it just keeps at max would be this day where you're working with 3 groups of people, 4, 7, and 10. So what that 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21 people, not a lot, you know, a good 45 minutes of work if you're talking back and forth, 30 minutes. But that kind of maxes out right there, and then it starts to whittle down. And again, this is only a 5-day challenge for you, 10 contacts a day. And when you're working with that's 50 contacts and it's spread out, you know, basically a 2-week period. You might like it after that 2 weeks, and this just becomes part of your routine. So I would just map it out like I do on my calendar, you know, and just map it out. So now does anybody have any questions so far? Okay, go ahead.
Have to unmute. Rocky, what's the best way for you to contact them? Do you text them? Do you call them? Do you messenger them? Or do you do all?
It depends. My favorite way to contact is text. So if they are in my phone, I'm texting them. Then the next way is I'm going to message them. And, you know, of course, if they're, you know, your aunt or your sister or something like that, for sure, just give them a call. Hey, you know, this is going on. But yeah, whatever way, but I do think a text that people really get back to me quicker via text, and I never email anybody about a booking.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else questions? Okay, so let me get back to you guys. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Stop share and share. So then I could have done that right there. Okay. So this is what it looks like in a form that I give my new consultants. It's an Excel spreadsheet.
This is what
And so I have a batch of 10 people here. And I have exactly the words they're going to say. So they go their first date when they're ready to take this 5-day challenge, 10 contacts a day. They're going to put the date in, the person that they're reaching out to. How do they know them? From a party? Is it family? Do they know them from the bank? And here's the message they're going to say. Hey, Kelly, I don't know if you saw, but I just started my very own Pampered Chef business and I'm incredibly excited. I signed up to make some extra monies to pay off our car. I'm looking for a few friends to help me jumpstart my business by hosting a fun virtual party. I got a spot on April 15th. What do you say? So then they're going to track down here what everybody said. Some of them are going to say yes, and they're going to book that date. Some of them are going to say no, and the majority of them, and I let them know, are not going to respond because of those 3 reasons I told you before. So then, because they're doing this every day, they've set aside a specific time to work on their bookings. The very next day, they pull out the sheet again. And for all the people that they have not talked to, they reach out with this message. Hey there, I know this is a crazy time and you probably got busy yesterday, so I wanted to check back to see if you're interested in hosting an online party. I'm really excited about all the awesome products and recipes. What do you say? And then from that group, they're gonna book some shows, they're gonna get some no's. And by this time, they started their next group of 10 down here, and they're going to reach out to them. So then with this first group, now they're going to wait 2 days. So I go ahead and say, hey, go ahead and put in these dates. So you can look at this and look at the date on your calendar. Okay, where is that date showing up on my tracker? What do I need to take care of? So this 2 days after, they're going to reach out again. There's probably going to be, 4 or 5 on this list, this first batch of people that have not said anything. So 2 days later, they check back and they say, hi, I'm guessing you're like me. And when I remember to respond, it's in the middle of the night, LOL. No worries, I get it. But I do want to follow up to see if we can do a fun, super easy online party. These are the dates I have. Will one work? Some are going to get crossed off. Some are going to book a show, and there's still going to be more on there that do not respond. So now you wait 3 days, and this is probably the 2 and 3 days is where I find, people are squirmy. You're not going to want to do it. You're going to feel pushy, and it's going to be uncomfortable. But I have to tell you, this is where the magic happens. And if you can challenge yourself, I'm only going to do it for 5 days, and I'm only going to do 10 a day. By the end, you're going to say, oh my gosh, Rocky, you were right. Because you're going to start getting bookings on your calendar right here. And I hear it over and over and over again. This is the hardest part to get to. But you're always nice. You're always gracious. You're always understanding. Okay. And when you're that, people are gracious back. If they say no, say, okay, no problem. So then 3 days later, hi, one last time, because I am serious about my Pampered Chef business and I haven't heard back from you. So I wanted to check again. Most of the time I find people think there's a lot to do and it might be too much, but it's so simple. You invite the guest and I do the rest mostly. I have these 2 dates available. Would you be willing? And it's going to whittle down. Some are going to book, some are going to say no. And then you wait 4 days and you just say, hey, is everything okay? Because, you haven't heard, and really you might get someone that just kind of needs to unload. No, everything is not going okay. You don't even understand. And, this is going on, and you can have a heart-to-heart moment, or they giggle, they say, yeah, sorry, I just, keep forgetting to respond to you. I'd love to, or you know what, it's not for me. Thanks for thinking of me. But usually you get all of them, like a yes, or cross them off your list by that. And I'll just show you, I'll go back to the, oh, I don't have to do that. Sorry. I keep, where was I? Okay, I think it is.
So Rocky, while you're figuring that out, I just have a quick question. Is this the system that you teach your new consultants after they start? Okay, I freaking love this. I've never seen a system like this for tracking. I know Sarah's nodding her head. I'm wondering if Sarah's seen anything like this. I've never seen a system like this for tracking contacts in my 19 years of Pampered Chef. This says a lot about why you're so successful. But yeah. I'm just curious, just with the aspect of training new consultants, if they're not used to using Excel, you know what I mean? Like, do you have anybody that, puts up a question or has trouble using the Excel spreadsheet system that you have? Because I love that for tracking. It makes it so simple and easy, but that's just what I'm wondering, is if you've run into any problems with that with your new consultants.
Yeah, with new consultants, I totally just say, hey, you can use a spiral notebook and here are the questions.
Okay.
And so I say just use one sheet for one day, the next sheet for the next day. And so you're going to be flipping back that whole 30 minutes or hour that you set aside.
Now fix that before you get in.
So I just want to show you.
Billy says she's never.
So by that first contact, like let's say over here on Sunday the 12th, those 10 contacts, by the time you finish up with them, so that's is going to be almost, when you say, are you okay? It's like 10 days later. 10 days later that, those last few, you're not working with them again. And, always have something to say to a no, or offer, can I let you know when something's on sale? Would you like to be a part of my VIP group? Know how to handle a no. So you leave that feeling good, not feeling like I'm such a loser, I can't even book a party. Okay. How to handle a no is important in there. So it leaves both you and them feeling great. All right. So that is it. That's what we teach. That's what we do. We teach it over and over and over again, because it does take some getting used to. You will be stepping outside of your comfort zone. You will not want to do it. And I just say, just be gracious and keep going and let the magic unfold of getting them on your calendar and having a super good time with them. And they're going to be, oh, I'm so glad I did that at the end of their experience. Any other questions?
I'm not an Excel person really too, but if you, can you, do you send a blank one to your new recruits so that they can start working on that? And if you have that, would you send that to us, please? Or send to Kelly.
We can
Kelly
create
send
one.
to all the directors.
I can create one.
Yeah, I can probably too, but it's very simple. I was taking some screenshots so I could see how Rocky has it organized. Yeah, Sarah and I will do that. But
let's not reinvent the wheel. Rocky, would you send that to me, please?
We can totally do that, Rocky. Don't worry.
Okay.
I had a quick question. So like somebody like, like not a new consultant, like somebody who just wants to do bookings and contacts, would you just start with like your last few parties, or like, I'm just, like, do you have any suggestion or kind of questions with that?
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up, because I would definitely fill out those 50 people first thing.
Okay.
Wherever they come from, it's totally up to you. So we, use the Facebook friends list. We're going to use your Frank's list. We're going to do everything we can. The people that you see around and about, your parties. Absolutely. I would fill the 50 out first and then put your dates in. So you have a map. When you sit down, you're not wasting your time filling in the people, filling in the dates, and your time is ticking that you've set aside to just actually sit down and book parties.
Okay. All right. I love that. Yeah. Cause I was just kind of thinking, even for myself, like I pull out like my planner from last year and just kind of look at like who did parties in what month and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I could go through like, my first, 4 months of the year and just kind of fill those in and then follow up with people or, something like that. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, just write them all in and go to town with it. Okay. Anybody else? Questions? All right, so now your calendar is all full. You have bookings, and really between booking from the party and booking outside the party, I'd rather book in the party, right? Those people are working with you. They're having fun at your party. You're already talking to them. And so, so I say, once your calendar is set with, 4 shows a week, then I just go, and then I only go back to doing that if I don't have 4 shows a week, or I want to increase that to 8 or 10 or more shows a week. I want to increase. Then I'll go back to doing that. But let's talk about, doing it at the party, because those people are excited. So let's see. Let me go back. All right. So one thing about booking at the party is that you've probably heard this a million times from Kelly and Sarah, is that you have to establish the know, like, and trust factor. People have to get to know you, they have to like you, and they have to trust you. So that being is that you have to show up in your party. This is not a set it and forget it kind of deal. So the more you can, do a live welcome or show some products live or take pictures of you and a product, and answer questions, at least 5 words, right? We're replying at least 5 words, and chit-chatting in the party. Then when you ask for bookings more than one time, people know you, and they're less likely to get irritated, or they're more likely to just book a party because they already know you, they like you, they trust you. So I'll show you some things that are always in all of our templates that we share with our team. They're like standing on, we know what day they're on, and when we're going to take advantage of them. So you probably have seen this. It looks totally like a game, right? A game, like I'm going to win something. But this is a booking post. And everybody is a winner, everybody. So what you're going to do, it says message me a number between 1 and 10. You just might win a prize. So a lot of times they won't message you, they will comment, but you want to reply in a message. And the message is just this: hey Kelly, since you picked lucky number 8, I have an extra gift for you valued at $8 when you help me surprise Sarah with a booking and host a simple show here on Facebook, April 22nd through whatever the date is. You'll also get free and heavily discounted products when our from Pampered Chef when our guest sales are 200 or more. The higher the sales, the more you get. I set them up and run them, and you simply invite your friends. I'd love to give her the party credit. What do you think?
Love it.
People, I mean, this right here is mega opportunity because people love guessing a number. And it's going to go bing, 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 bing. So really know what day this post is on and make sure you're available to reply within, 3 or 4 hours, if not right away. But, pretty close. So if they comment that number, you're going to still send a message, and you're simply going to reply, check your messages to see how lucky you are. Oh, see if you're the lucky person, and just kind of play on that lucky word and, drive them to their message to get this message and then book shows. So the number, the value of the gift is totally on you. So if $8 is, think that, let's say you're a little bit more desperate for bookings, you can make it $18. Or let's say that, you're just starting out, you could make this 1 through 5. That part can be different. You can award tickets. I'll award you, pick a number between 1 and 50. I'll award you, 50 tickets. So that part is, and then when you do, the prize does go on the host order at their party. You're not giving them a prize right now. It's at their party. You're going to put it on the host order. So this is a 5-win thing. The host is going to get the booking credit. You're going to get a booking. You're going to get to get this at the host discount, your prize. You're going to get commission on it. And any incentive that Pampered Chef is doing, that's going to go towards your incentive as well. So it's a 5, I call it a 5 bonus deal here. All right. So through your party, you are creating excitement for these top-notch products. And really, hopefully you are building excitement beyond their budget, actually. So they want these big ticket items. So a post something like this: if money wasn't an issue, which would you buy? And again, this one is gonna blow up. People just like putting a number or a letter, and they're gonna just go to town, in the comments, which one they wanted. So everybody gets a response. And it's something simple as this: I saw you picked the quick cooker as a time-saving power tool you'd like to have in your kitchen. Did you know as a host you could get that for your half price? I would love to facilitate a party for you like I'm doing for Kelly and help you get that in your kitchen. It's a game changer. The parties are so easy. Just copy and paste a message I send you once a day, then hang out with your friends just like you're doing in this party. Kelly will receive a bonus too if you book one with me. What do you think? And throw that out there. And so now they're like, oh my gosh, I would love to have that. I just, there's no way I can get it. Now they have an option. So that's also, and I put it like the second to the last day of the party because you've talked about these products. People are saying, I have that. Oh my gosh, I got it. It's so great. And now, they want it. And here's a way. Of course, they can get it at Kelly's party, full price. She's not going to be mad. I'm not going to be mad. Go ahead, pick one up. But, okay.
Rocky, quick question. Dang it, what was I just gonna say? I forgot. I'm sure I'll remember. I'll respond in a second.
Okay, so if you have not heard about the host booking challenge, it has been taught over and over and over for the last couple of years, but don't skip this. And I'll tell you why. I'll put a reason behind this. And I tell my host, pick the people that have not placed an order. Your host can put you in contact with people that you will never be in contact with. There's no other way that you can make a connection with these people. So I ask her, everybody that's ordered, don't worry. Let's see the people that really want to support you. Maybe now is not a good time to order, and let's reach out to them because they probably want some of these products. They probably want to support your party and they just don't know how. And here's a way. So this is a whole entire different group of people that you have no other way to get in contact with. So I send a message to the host and it just says, hey there, Kelly, as we wrap up, I have an easy challenge for you. I want you to get the maximum bookings for your party. Each one gives you an additional 40% off at their party. And when you get 3, Pampered Chef is going to send you a $50 product credit. And you know what? Just for trying, I'll throw in an extra gift for me, or I'll pay your host shipping. I have a pretty easy way to help you do this. Do you want to go for it? And, they've had fun, they've had sales, they've trusted you, you've guided them through this party. And a lot of them say, yes, I'll go for it. Let's see what happens. Sure, I'll try it. And you're saying, great. Would you be willing to message 10 friends to see if they would be interested in hosting their own party? If so, I'll give you the words you can send them. Be sure to send it individually and not in a group message, but also include me in each message you send someone. Here's the message you can use. So you do have to kind of bold this, maybe put some arrows, and maybe even one more time before you send them the word, say, don't forget to include me in each message. Because I don't know, they kind of skim read and they think they got it. And then they'll come back, oh, I reached out and nobody wanted to book a show. And I was like, wait a minute. I also tell them, not a lot of people will respond right away, but don't worry, I'll take it from there. Let them know that this is all, I just want you to create this group chat and then I'm going to take it from there and I'm going to get you extra credit. So here are her words that she sends, and it's her friend, and you in each group chat. And it just says, thanks so much for joining my party this week. We've learned so much. I wanted to check with you to see if you might be interested in earning free products like I am this week. My consultant is super easy to work with. I like how she provides a pressure-free, fun party and makes hosting a cinch. I know people may need some fun on Facebook and perhaps some online shopping therapy too. She has openings in, and I put 2 months, you could put 2 weeks, whatever you want. And the specials are amazing. I'm only 2 shows away from the goal and I'll attend if you have one. What do you say? So at this point, if you are doing 4 shows a week and all 4 of those hosts are doing 10 messages, your phone is going to go bananas. So turn your ringer off and just leave it. Don't try to respond. Don't try to do anything. And I just give people several hours to respond. I let my host know that, people don't respond right away, and I will take care of it. So if I do it in the morning, I'll reach out that afternoon. If I do it in the afternoon, I'll reach out that night. If I do it in the evening, sometimes I reach out the following day. But what I do is I write down all of the people she's reached out to, their Facebook name, because you can't sort anymore the messages by unread text. So sometimes they get way down and you could lose them. And when you search them, I find if you just search the host name, it doesn't bring them all up. So you have to search the person's name. So I do write them down. And then when I have time, I like to do them all at the same time. It's just a better use of my time to do them all at the same time. Write them down, and then, copy paste is super easy. So here's what happens. If they don't respond, I just jump in and I say, hi, and you can tag their name. Hi, Kelly. Oh, I would love to do a party for you. Sarah thought of you because she thought you'd make a great host and would like some freebies. It's super simple, and I would love to give her the extra party credit too. What do you think? Maybe something in April or May or whatever the months you want. And then from there, they're going to get back to you. They're either going to say yes, they'll book a party, or no problem. Holler if you have any questions or problems. Then right before the party ends, the people that haven't responded, I send them this. Just following up as I'm closing Kelly's party, I didn't want to drop the ball if you indeed wanted to host and earn lots of free products and help her get a bonus. I know people get busy and don't get a chance to respond, so I wanted to check back. I would love to work with you. Wanna? And then you'll get some more. And then if they don't follow up, then, that's it. That's all I do for this, because she's put me in contact with them, and probably trusting me that I'm not going to badger, and I just keep it light, simple, and all about helping this host get maximum party credit.
Rocky, I remember my question now. Just curious, how many days is your party, your virtual parties?
5.
Okay.
5 days, but they start inviting, a few days, but I don't even jump in until
so 5 days of posts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. I was just curious. Thank you.
So, so the party wraps up, right? So you've gotten their attention with this, a free gift. If they booked, you've created desire, and high-priced products. You've used your host to put you in contact with 10 people that are not even on the radar. And now the party's ending. So we have all of these people that have partied with us over the week, and we want to do a full service checkout, a checkout chat, or something like that, right? So I know this is it's not the best graphic, but I'll try to walk you through. I do a report on the day after my party ends. So our parties end on Monday. On Tuesday, I run a report. So this number 1 is just when you sign on to Consultants Corner, you'll see all of the menu over here. And you're going to click reports and tracking. When you click it, it's going to come up looking like this, and you'll see customer reports. Once you click customers on customer reports, it's going to look like number 3, and it's going to allow you to put in the dates. So since my party ends on Tuesday, I put in Tuesday to Tuesday. So I catch anybody that's ordered early, might be on there, or anybody that's ordered late might be on there. So I always just do Tuesday to Tuesday, and I run a report, and it'll look like number 4. Number 4, you'll notice that you can export to Excel. So now I have an Excel spreadsheet that has everybody that's ordered, their phone number, their email, and how much they ordered. And what I do is I take that sheet. Let me see. And I just modify it a little. Let's see, do I have my sheet? Oh, hold on. Oh, I guess I must have closed that. Hold, just let me pull up this Excel sheet. Okay. Okay, so I modify this Excel spreadsheet. I get rid of the phone number, I get rid of the email, because I can use the phone number if you hold down the phone number, pull up the whole entire party and just press the phone number, it's gonna roll over into a message. I sort it by their host, and I do a full service checkout. So the first thing I do is I thank them for their order, tell them that it should be coming to watch for their email updates, and I send them a recipe. So everybody gets that. And then after that, I start rolling down the mountain. And this is kind of an old concept. I don't hear it very much anymore, but I call it a boom boom. You're going to do boom, talk about the business, boom, ask for a booking if they're not interested. So boom business, boom booking. And really, it is a way to get a booking because they want to say yes. And when it gets easier to say yes, they're going to want to help. So after I thank them for the order, the boom business sounds something like this. Hey, Kelly, I'm just curious. This might be out of the blue, but I'm wondering if I did anything in Sarah's party that piqued your curiosity to learn more about what I do. And that's it. I didn't ask them if they want to join my team. I didn't ask them if they wanted to do Pampered Chef. I didn't ask them if they want to earn extra income. I just want to know if anything I did, if they'd like to know more about what I do. And you are going to be surprised. So this is one, I didn't hold any shows last week over Easter, but this is the group before it. And from all the parties. So this person said I've been a kidnapper before. I'm like, oh my gosh, you have, and so, you can start to have a conversation. She said, no, this person didn't respond, no, I'll refer you because I also add for you or someone you know. And she said she'll refer me, no. Likes the idea of home sales, but I'm not good. Has always thought about doing it, but I'm really busy right now with COVID. No, nothing, no. No. This person said yes. And you are going to, she said yes, and she's been to several parties. She's never been asked. They were probably my parties too, and way before I did this. And so I ask everybody, every single person that's placed an order with me, that message goes out. Will refer, consultant for a wine company, and didn't ask. Okay, so if they say no, no problem. You are going to roll into the boom booking. So if they say no, the next thing you message them right away is, oh, no problem, Kelly. I always like to ask just in case you are looking for something. I'm also trying to get Sarah as much party credit as I can. Would you be interested in hosting? And I might have asked them before, but like I said, if you've developed that know, like, and trust factor, you're good to go. So she said yes. Okay, I'll book a party. I asked her, she didn't respond, or I asked her. This person, I couldn't ask her about a booking because she never even replied about the business. So I just skipped, no boom boom. For her, she was just a single boom. And I go from there. So that's your business on that list. Ask for the business. If they respond no, ask for the booking. And you're done with this list. The very next day, you check out the list again. And if they did not respond, she said no. Wait, let's see. She said no. Oh, I sent her the booking. She didn't say anything. Okay, but let's find. So this person, she didn't respond to the business. I couldn't ask her about the booking. So on Wednesday, I follow up and I just say, hey, Irma, one more thing. I'm trying to get Kelly as much party credit as I can. Would you be interested in hosting? So even though she didn't say yes or no about the business, the very next day, if she didn't respond at all, I asked for a booking. And then now I wait 2 days. And on Friday, I'm going to sweeten the deal for anybody that still I haven't got a booking or a no from. And I'm going to just say, just following up one last time, and I'm going to sweeten the deal with the guacamole seasoning. It just says party all over it, right? And I just wanted to check one more time if you would be interested in hosting. So, and that's what I do on Friday. So, and I just keep it updated because a lot of times the problem is we don't know who to contact, we don't know what to say, and we don't know when to do it, or we don't set aside. So here's who to contact, everybody that has just become your customer this past week. They have, every day they see your name come up on their news feed. She's posted. All right, they know you.
So Rocky, just a quick question. So when you're running this, you said your party ends Monday. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So are you sending the follow-up messages to these customers the next day on Tuesday? Is that like your Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday?
Say that again.
So if your show ends Monday and you bring up this list Tuesday, you're sending them the message about the Boom Biz or the thank you. Sorry, that's my question actually. The thank you about their order. When are you sending that message, and when do you go into the Boom Biz and Boom Booking message?
On Tuesday. So I create the list.
Okay. So when are you
And
sending
then I work on it.
Are you sending the thank you message on Monday or Tuesday then? Like the very first one with the recipe, you know, like thanks for your order, here's a recipe. Okay, so, and then do you send the Boom Biz message after they respond to that? Or like when Tuesday are you sending the thank you and then the Boom Biz message?
I wait at least 10 minutes for them to respond.
Oh, okay.
And then I send it.
Perfect. Okay, that's what I was wondering. I just wanted to get the timeline that you're doing for that.
Yeah, at least 10 minutes, because a lot of times we'll say, oh, thanks for the recipe, great party, you know, and they'll say something. Yeah. So you want to give them a chance to say that without like, and respond. And then I just automatically send the other one. If they don't say anything, 10 minutes, I wait 10 minutes and then I just copy paste down.
Okay, perfect. That was my question. Thank you.
Any other questions? So you can see if you are doing those 10 contacts a day, by the time you move into booking for your parties, that it is very intentional through your system of booking at the party, that you wouldn't probably really have to rely on your 10 contacts a day. So now that time that you used to allow on your 10 contacts a day has now moved into the party. And then if you just, like I said, want to go over the top, then do them both. If you know.
Love
I
it.
didn't look at the chat.
This is so great, seriously. It's one of the most organized systems I've ever seen for bookings in my whole life. I'm so glad you said it, because like, I mean, I always take notes no matter what, but I've never seen something like this. I'm so glad you said that you wanted to train on it. And for some reason, that one just stood out to me. So Rocky, we always talk in our team about people that have special talents. This is seriously like so organized and so duplicatable. You know what I mean? Like this system, it's so awesome. So I just really appreciate you sharing with us.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So cheers to bookings.
Yes, cheers to bookings. Awesome. Well, if you guys have any other questions, I know we're getting kind of to our wrap up time, but we want to let Rocky go and thank her for the time that she spent with us thus far. You guys can always refer questions to me, and I can always forward them to Rocky if there's any other, you know, pretty technical questions or anything. But honestly, you were pretty thorough. So anyway, so amazing. I am so excited to try it myself and kind of create the system. So thank you so much, Rocky. So
Rocky, can I,
Yeah.
I'm going to put my email in the chat if you will send out that, you know, send everything to me that you just went over so I can review it and customize it and give it to my people that I need to really kick in the butt and get going, besides myself. Okay.
Okay.
There you go. I just sent it. Thank you so much. I love it.
I'm AOL still too. Pete, my
I know.
kids.
Hey,
give me
I've been on
so
AOL.
much
I
crap
think
about
how long has it been? 30 years or so since it's been 25, 30 years I think I've had AOL. Yeah.
All right, guys, we'll see
thanks,
you.
Rocky. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Okay, so there was one other.
Can I just say that, David, we're going to create stuff. It puts
I know.
directors.
But I want to start today. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait. I want to start now.
It puts directors, when you ask for stuff like that, in a super hard position. They're always willing to share, but when we start asking for stuff, then they stop sharing. So that's why I kept saying, like, I took screenshots, I'll make stuff. Like, it puts them in a really hard position, because I know, and I've been there, when you just start putting, like, so take screenshots, create your own. She's giving us the ideas, she's sharing. But like, that's the only reason I kept saying, like, no, it's okay, we got this, we'll make one. Because
yeah, that's okay. I mean, I totally understand, you know, both perspectives. Of course, this is such a great system. You want to do it right away. But at the same time, especially, you know, with Rocky having, I mean, in the beginning, she has, you know, whatever I said, 900 people on her team and 50, you know, directors. Honestly, like, I think between me and Sarah, we could probably get this slammed out this weekend and actually start using it, you know, with our team. But I really think that we could probably put this together pretty easily. I was taking screenshots too, so that we could put it together. But yeah, so, but, you know, trust me, I know it's kind of hard to get that perspective when you're a new director and stuff, but we also want, you know, to be respectful of the director that's sharing. And especially when directors have a lot of directors on their team and a big team, it just is too much time for them to, you know what I mean, to message people in addition to that. But definitely we'll get to it right away and get it out to the team, because I mean, I want to implement this right away, especially with some of the new consultants that just started and stuff too. So
because the first one was actually like through Google. It was a Google Excel that you can like send out and share like with her team. So like, again, we don't want to get in on all that, but like, it's super easy to throw together that, and, you know, people just have a blank one that people can use.
I have some time tomorrow that I can work on it, because it's an awesome system that I want to get implemented right away. So I would say if you can wait till the end of the weekend, I would say we'd have probably most of the things that, you know, we can send and reformat to the, you know, for the team to use.
Pull out a notebook and start using it in a notebook. And
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like if you want to get started today.
Yeah, so awesome.
I could see her face when, you know, like she's, oh, okay. You know, like she's the sweetest woman in the world and she's not going to say no, you know, but that's just kind of something over the years you'll kind of learn that, you know, take the idea, love the sharing, but, you know, don't ask, because it just puts people in a really hard position to have to say yes or no.
Yeah, and we'll totally, I mean, between all of us, all the great minds and stuff, we can usually recreate whatever they're saying. And that's why I was taking screenshots too, is I want to make sure, you know what I mean, that we can change the words and recreate it for our own team to use. But such a great, gosh, seriously, I've never seen I mean, Sarah's shaking her head too. I've never seen anything like that before. Like that says a lot of why she's such an amazing seller herself and why her team has done so amazing too. And I'm so excited because like when she said bookings, I'm like, we have bookings training all the time, but for whatever reason, I just had a little feeling go off in me that's like, we need to hear this. And so I'm like, you know what, let's do the bookings training. I just had a feeling, and I'm so glad because seriously, it was like one of the best trainings I've ever seen on bookings. Okay, so one thing that I just wanted to make up or just wrap up real quick is I wanted to make sure all the leaders, and I know we lost a couple people, but I'll make sure on the chat too, that all of you guys understand how the booking with confidence is working with the product list. Does anybody have any questions about how that's working, or how, you know, how home office is kind of handling that? Everybody understand it? Okay, well, what's the matter, Sarah?
What is the home office booking?
Yeah, the Book with Confidence campaign they just launched with the products as if they get close to a,
oh,
you know,
yeah.
So I just want to make sure that the leaders are comfortable with the new program, because this is actually really awesome in order for us to be able to still book shows and they could still get the products as hosts. So I just want to make sure we all understand it so that we can tell our team members about it, you know, and stuff. So I just wanted to see if there was any questions about that. Oh, Stephanie doesn't know what that is. Okay, so real quick, I went over it in my video for Therapy Thursday yesterday, but just to reiterate, when a product gets close to selling out, Pampered Chef is going to put the product on stop sell. However, they're going to keep a reserved amount for hosts to use as half-priced items. So the hosts can't use them for free. They can't use them for, you know, for at a discount, or they can't get more than one quantity. However, if they booked a show, and we'll just use the Rapid Prep Mandolin as an example, because that's the first one that's kind of going on the list. If they booked a show to specifically get a certain product and then it sells out, that's a pretty bummer of a deal for a host. And home office understands that with us as consultants, and they want us to be able to book with confidence. So this campaign is now kicking off, where if a product gets low, like the Rapid Prep Mandolin, it's coming back as of yesterday at noon or whatever, so it should be back today, for hosts to use as a single quantity of one half-priced item. And sometimes when that kind of stuff happens, they're just unable to, like, if they're reserving part of the inventory, they just have to have a way for people to order it. So the half-priced item is one of them. It's not going to be available for past hosts to get. It's not going to be available to use as a 60% off, you know what I mean? But it's a half price item, so they can at least still get it, which is awesome. So anyway, if you have any questions about that or anything, let us know. We're not supposed to share the list of 16 products that's on there right now in our shows. We don't want to create a panic in our shows, right, for customers that they're like, oh, those products must be really cool, I need to order them right now. It's just for us as consultants to use as a booking tool. So I just wanted to make sure everyone understood the concept, understood how cool it is. I'm actually really excited about it. And then, you know, understood it well enough where they can talk to their team members about it and stuff too. So, okay, yeah, so I know the air fryer, Stephanie, is probably not going to be back until June, they're saying. So and what's really cool is we just found out May and June are free for all months. So I would just heavily book your June with people that want the air fryer. And then that way, you know, you'll be able to have a great free for all month. The list is in the STIR. If you look under the STIR and then look in the booking section, it's literally the first article listed. And just so you guys know, when in my Therapy Thursday video that I did yesterday, I actually go over that. So if any consultants have any questions or anything, tag them in that Therapy Thursday video. It's 5 minutes, and I tell them where to find the list, what it is, and how that's going to affect our bookings. So, and that's okay. I know it's hard to miss or listen to all the videos at once, but it is in there for the team to use if you guys have anybody that has questions. And that's a great program they just launched literally like in the last couple of days. So I'm kind of excited about it, but I just wanted to make sure everyone understood. Okay, so next week we're going to talk about promoting again, and that's our promotion week for directors that want to promote. And then just a reminder, this weekend, reach out to any of your team members that may want to do boot camp, because that starts Monday. Okay, guys? So see you
Okay.
later.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bet.